Hello, citizens of the Sol System. I know I've been gone for a hot minute, but I'm back and I'm happy to be back. I finally started playing Dawn of War 40k. My original idea was to go into it blind and not do the tutorial, as I like to figure out things on my own. I tried to record a skirmish, but that didn't fan out. Since I never played the game before and I had no idea what I was doing, and it was me against 3 other opponents on standard difficulty, I lost. Duh! So I decided to record the Dark Crusade campaign. I want to talk some more about my experience with Dawn of War, so if you're just interested in the campaign, skip to this timestamp. Even though I lost that first round, I still didn't do the tutorial. I played a few skirmishes and got the hang of it. While playing it, it reminded me of Star Wars, Empire at War, or funnily enough, even Command and Conquer, which I want to say I played maybe once or twice in my early teens. I looked up Relic Entertainment and neither were made by them. A Company of Heroes was though. I played a little of it in my teens. I don't know why that was the game that popped into my head. As of now, I have played the Dawn of War campaign and Winter Assault. I usually don't get into campaigns of RTSs because I usually like playing my skirmishes. Both of them had an interesting premise though, and Winter Assault was more intriguing. Dawn of War left on a cliffhanger, and so I don't know if that story is continued in another campaign or what. I won't say what the ending is for those who haven't played or are currently playing it. The end made me think to myself, so that's it? What happens now? Is there a consequence later on? I haven't looked deeper into it as I want to discover if something does come out of it or there wasn't a continuation at all. With Winter Assault, I like you can play 4 different factions, 2 for Order and 2 for Disorder. I finished the Order with both factions and have yet to finish Disorder. One thing so far that I haven't enjoyed of Dawn of War is I don't like for the skirmishes is that the map is revealed. Sure, there's the Fog of War, but I like exploring the map. It's one of the reasons why I've been playing the campaigns, because those maps have yet to be explored. There's probably a mod to black out the map, even though I haven't looked into it yet. I tried looking for a cheat code and I couldn't find anything unless I overlooked something. One of the best parts for me is the army painter. It's super cool and you can make your own faction. I made mine pretty quickly, the Lord's Angels of Death. I have yet to make others, I'm just satisfied with my Space Marine men. One of the other reasons I like of Dawn of War is the last faction you played or painted is the commander of that faction on the main menu. And then I played Chaos and got this horrifying guy. The low graphics make him look even worse. This is Chaos, so what do I expect? Thank you for listening to my babbles if you did. Now on to Dawn of War, Dark Crusade.
In the name of the Emperor, finish this! High ground, we'll gain the advantage! Continue the assault! Reinforcements are coming! The monolith! We destroy that and this is over! Charge!
Alright, hello everyone. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. I don't know if I'm gonna play the Blood Ravens or as the Necrons. I've been saving to play the Necrons for this. I only played them when I did that first round that I lost to. So let's just dive into it and see what happens. I'm just gonna go with normal. I kind of want a challenge, but I don't want such a frustrating challenge. And this is kind of different, I think, from Dawn of War, the Dawn of War campaign, and then Winter Assault. Because even when I was trying to play with the Winter Assault difficulties, it didn't seem to really matter almost. I didn't seem to really notice anything, so just go with normal.
The planet Cronus. Beset on all sides by the tides of war, this once quiet colony became a savage battlefield. 7 armies clashed on this one world, each refusing to back down. Each convinced it was in the right. From beneath the sands of Cronus' central desert came the Necrons. Ancient machines bent on eradicating all life. But another evil already had its eyes on the planet. From the depths of the warp, the demonic forces of chaos arrived to enforce their claim. To oppose these fearsome powers, the planet's rulers in the Tau Empire sent their elite soldiers and sophisticated battlesuits into the fray. From the mighty Imperium of Man came the Imperial Guard, there to secure Cronus for the glory of the God Emperor. Like a green tide, the Orc horde descended on Cronus, caring little for others' claims and sowing destruction in its wake. The Eldar, ancient enemies of the Necrons, emerged from their webway to pursue their own agenda on Cronus. And last came the Space Marines, finest and most uncompromising of the Imperium's soldiers. Seeing a world beset by aliens and heretics, they undertook a great purge. A dark crusade had begun. It could only end with the total victory of one of these factions, and the total defeat of all others.
Oh cool, I can pick my own faction. I'm gonna go with the Necrons, because that's who I really want to play, as they were the ones who really got me into Warhammer. And like I said, I was waiting to play them, and record a video with them. If I do want to do other factions for this campaign, I'd probably do like the Blood Ravens next. You're a Necron of the Tomb World. Sorry, I cannot read. You're the Necron Lord of the Tomb World, the living call Cronus. Eons ago you cut a swath of glorious extermination through the galaxy. Now the living infect this world anew, and you will wipe it clean. Raise your monoliths and march your deathless soldiers forward. The graves of your victims wait to be filled. Alright.
The Necrons had lain buried in the sands of Cronus for eons, having retreated there at the end of a great war only hinted at in the histories of ancient races like the Eldar. Long before man even stood upright, the Necrons and the Dark Gods had retreated to their tomb worlds. But their slumber was not eternal. Eventually their genocidal deities awoke them again, driving them to purge the life that had spread across the galaxy during their sleep. On Cronus, this awakening came when an archaeological team opened a mysterious crypt on the arid Thor Abyss Plateau. Most of the team died, but expedition leader Thomas Maccabee somehow became one of the mysterious Necron pariahs. Seemingly retaining a hint of his personality, he occasionally spoke for the Silent Army as it advanced. The Necron Lord of Cronus, the most ancient and powerful of the deathless creatures on the planet, promptly launched a campaign of extermination. His loathsome god, the Nightbringer, hungered for the deaths of all those on Cronus.
Okay, this is so much different from the other campaigns. I am so glad I know a lot more about Warhammer than I did a couple years ago, because I would have been so lost on what was going on. I thought this would be like the other two. And just go down the list of missions, but no. We got the Tau, Orcs, and Chaos. I've played against the orcs and as the orcs, and I know when I was first playing, I thought to myself, is the orc AI gonna be cunningly brutal or brutally cunning? So yeah, we'll go ahead
Welcome
and
to the
just...
single-player campaign for Dawn of War, Dark Crusade. These tutorial windows will guide you through the first 2 turns of play and introduce key features of this all-new campaign mode. Your goal is to conquer the planet Cronus. This world's inhabited continent is divided into 25 different provinces. Your conquest of the planet will happen 1 province at a time. The campaign map is your major interface for directing your troops' strategic moves. Individual battles are fought on the smaller-scaled battle map.
Okay, I'll go through the tutorial with this, but after that I think I can just figure it out myself.
This province is your stronghold, or home province. It is from here that you are launching your conquest of Cronus. If your stronghold is ever conquered, you will be pushed from Cronus and lose the campaign. Since this is the first turn, this is the only province you currently control. The enemy factions each have their own strongholds identified by banners on the campaign map. To win the campaign and make Cronus yours, you must conquer all 6 of these heavily defended provinces. The figure of your commander indicates the current position of your main army. You can only attack a province that borders the province where your army is, so its position on the map defines your options. The enemy factions each have armies of their own, and also can only attack adjacent provinces. One of your enemies, however, controls a spaceport in the Pavonis province. He can attack all over the map.
Great. Of course, it doesn't explain the numbers. So I don't know if it's like rank of how many armies you're gonna be beating or how difficult it's gonna be.
These arrows show you where your army can move or attack this turn. Red arrows indicate attacks into enemy provinces. Green arrows indicate moves into friendly provinces. Since this is your first turn and you only control your stronghold, you must attack an enemy province. To move to or attack a province, left-click to select that province and then click on the Attack or Move button in the right panel. We should begin by attacking an enemy province. Select the province you want to attack and click the Attack button. Left-clicking on a province always brings up these arrows, unless you have no more moves left this turn.
Probably should do the Elder of One, but we'll try this.
This screen shows you the forces you are leading into an attack, and allows you to return to the campaign map if you decide you want to attack later. Since this is your first attack, most options aren't yet available. When you're ready to attack, just click on the Attack button. This will take you to the battle map, where you will face enemies in a game of Dawn of War.
Great, no units, no buildings. Oh, I totally stepped into this blind. We'll go from here. Is it, Alright, thank you for 1 second. Oh yeah, with Dawn of War 4 coming out, isn't Kronos also the same planet that they're trying to fight for again? It's been a while since I've seen the trailers, but I could be totally wrong on that. But we'll kind of just... What do you mean this unit can't capture points? The map's revealed. Great. Oh, so this is different. The scarabs can get points for that. Nice. Even when I played them the first time, they were like these dead scarabs, and I don't know what that means. Assuming like the other campaigns, my commander lead isn't gonna just straight up die, they'll just respond. Right, they don't have, what are the points called? What does it say there? Recreation points? Yes. I should have practiced playing. These guys, but sorry if I'm not talking a lot, just kind of doing. I know most of the time I like trying to build up my defense before I really go on the offensive. It seems to have worked most of the past as long as I have the resources to do so. I remember, I don't know if anyone remembers Clone Wars Adventures, that online Star Wars game that came out years ago and shut down years ago because of Disney. So I used to play their one of their strategy war games, and I would do defense immediately all the time. Yeah, I would do defense immediately all the time, and then I would win every game because of it. I'm pretty sure I never lost a game. Time bonus. Cool. Everything's expensive. I know I'm not talking a lot like a lot of other gamers do. I kind of have difficulty if I have to really focus on something. I can't talk and do it at the same time. That's how it's always been for me. I know for some of you veteran players, I don't know how well to you I am playing. I could be making you completely nuts on how I'm playing, or I could be playing... excuse me, too slow as well. I'm figuring this campaign is probably gonna go on for about an hour. So I'm probably gonna try to edit some out, especially the times I'm not speaking as much. Or anything can do that. Or he doesn't respond on his own, you have to keep purchasing him. To say nice about the Necrons is every time you click on them, they don't talk every time. I didn't realize that when I was playing the other factions after I played this one for the first time, and I eventually got used to it, so it wasn't quite as annoying. It's nice that they just beep boop and there you go. Oh, it's back. Okay. That's new. Yeah, you know, I cut out a bit. I'm still just getting my defenses up. So I'm pretty much still stuck where I am. Okay, so I've been doing pretty well. It's obviously not that difficult. So I got my defenses going, I'm getting more strategic points. I got my Necron Lord updated with some abilities. Got a huge army going. I am over the limit because I had resurrected some other Necrons, which I might be doing again at some point, but we'll see. This is going just fine. I thought something worse was gonna go on, but apparently not. Okay, so I just noticed there's only one way in and out for the orcs. I mean, there is only one way in and out for me, but it feels more open than their little thing they can get back and forth with. I think I'm gonna try to go for just completely conquering the map. So let's see how that goes. Also momentarily forgot you can add more units to your unit. Everything seems to be fine. No, that's not. But you can't left click where he uses his power for that one. Alright, so I've conquered pretty much almost the whole map, and then I'm preparing to really do a huge attack for the orcs. I'm just having my scarabs conquer the last of the strategy points and critical locations. Yeah, so we're gonna go on this mission. Alright, that's it.
As you conquer more and more provinces, you'll be awarded pieces of special equipment for your commander. This equipment is called war gear. You will never be awarded a specific piece of war gear. Instead, for each award, you get to choose one piece from the list on this screen. Note that you may have to get some pieces of war gear to unlock other, more powerful versions.
I'm gonna go with the reinforced body. I was thinking about doing the skinny blades, but I'm gonna go more with like trying to get his health up, because I'm assuming he's still very powerful even without the weapon upgrades. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna end it here, so I will try to pick this up at another day, and we shall continue. I thought normal would be a little bit more of a challenge. I'm not gonna do hard yet. I will maybe try that later, kind of get a hang of dealing with the Necrons and stuff.
Congratulations. You have conquered your first province. This victory has given you several rewards, including a piece of war gear and the bonus from the province. Every province on the map has a special bonus. This bonus is displayed in the right-hand panel when you select the province. Some provinces give you the ability to train a special unit for your commander's honor guard. Once trained, these units accompany your commander into the initial stages of battle. You can train these units, or retrain them if they are destroyed in battle, from the commander screen or the attack screen. Other provinces give you special abilities, like the Era's Badlands, which gives you the ability to attack twice per turn. This is the province that you've just conquered. Notice that it has changed to your color, and that your army is now here. Whenever you conquer a province, your army moves to that province. You can only move or attack once per turn, so your turn is effectively over. Next turn, new provinces will be available for you to attack. When you are ready to let the enemy factions act, click on the End Turn button. This screen allows you to garrison troops in a province. These troops will be ready when you fight to defend this province from enemy attacks. Stationing troops in a province costs you planetary requisition. The available units are on the panel. Later, you can recall these troops if the province is no longer at risk. Recalling a unit will give you back half the planetary requisition you spent to station it in the first place. Be careful. All your purchases will be final once you accept the changes on this screen.
So I was done, but I'm gonna get some things going. End the turn and see what
Each of the
happens.
enemy factions will now act in turn. Like you, they each have their own strongholds and armies. They will each move their armies, or attack and reinforce their provinces in turn. Pay attention to where your enemy's armies are. Armies will reinforce nearby friendly provinces under attack, bolstering the defense with additional troops.
For chaos! Fall back and regroup!
It is now your turn to act again. You'll notice that you have gained planetary requisition from the provinces you control. Each province produces planetary requisition every turn. You use planetary requisition to reinforce your provinces by stationing troops there and to train honor guard units. To reinforce a province, simply left-click on a province you own and then click on the Reinforce button in the right-hand panel.
Alright. Now I'm gonna be done. So I hope you guys like this. I know I'm gonna do some editing because I know I was just super quiet, just kind of focusing on what I'm just trying to do. Thanks for watching, Emperor. Thanks for watching. God bless and Emperor protects. It's been so long, sorry. Alright, you guys have a great day.